KPBS teamed up with the producers of the documentary One Day on Earth to make One Day in San Diego, a 24-hour filming event that invites people all across the city to film a story about the city's future. Some of those stories will be selected to appear in a documentary series airing on PBS stations across the country, including KPBS. Here with the details are Kyle Ruddick, founder and director of the documentary, and founder of San Diego's Film Consortium, and filmmaker Jody Silly. Welcome. Kyle, why did you decide to get everyday people from individual cities like San Diego involved in making this documentary?
Well, this grew out of a global project. We did something, starting back in 2008, where we did something in every country in the world, and we did it in a one-day filming event, and it was an amazing experience. It broke world records. It was all these wonderful things, but so many things are happening on a local level, and people within our community were already starting to do local events. So we had this opportunity last year where we could do 11 US cities and do a one-day filming event, and we decided to make it about the future of those cities.
And that's what's happening here. We have a preview that explains a lot about your vision for this documentary, so let's take a look.
How do we make a better San Diego in the next 20 years? On April 26th, join hundreds of filmmakers for a citywide historic media creation event to help investigate 10 questions for the future of your city. Together, we will create a TV series and a geotagged video archive with hundreds of films made across the city, for the city.
Now, Jody, this sort of gives us the microcosm here in San Diego of what we'll be doing on April 26th. You were one of the producers of One Day San Diego. So tell us what's going to happen on that day.
So on April 26th, people across the city are going to pick up cameras and film stories and visuals and images that they associate with the concept of the future of San Diego. Interviews, time-lapse, events, things happening that day in their life that tap into this project and connect with that idea.
Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen to all those videos once they've been submitted?
They're going to be...
Well, yeah, they'll be uploaded through the website, mm-hmm. and every video will be geotagged on a citywide map. So mm-hmm. we're building a community here where everyone's going to see what everyone did in this project. You're going to see every type of participation, from beautiful things to very challenging things. And from there, we'll take some of that information as people upload through the website and start doing editorial on that 3-part series.
And then will it be decided some of these videos might actually make it into the documentary? Through
lots of blood, sweat, and tears, yes.
Okay, are there any topics, and I'll ask both of you, starting with Jody, are there any topics or restrictions on what people can film or talk about?
There's no real restrictions. People can talk about and film whatever they like. There's definitely certain topics that we want to make sure get addressed, like that every city deals with, such as transportation, immigration, environment, education. So there's definitely things across the country that every city we'd like to make sure are covered. And specifically here in San Diego, there's things that we address as a city, such as the environment with the wildfires, or immigration, and in fact that we're on the border here gives us an opportunity to explore that. So there's definitely city-specific things like that we want to make sure get addressed.
And Kyla, have you seen any themes either through the other cities or your past when you did this globally? Have you seen themes that seem to bubble up?
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much universality. What astounded me with this first project is you see these very exotic, little windows into worlds. They could be down the block, they could be on the other side of the world, but the commonality of our experience and some of the biggest experiences of our lives and the biggest struggles are so similar. And that is really what this project is about.
Well, Kyle Ruddick and Jody Silly, thank you so much. Very much looking forward to see how this turns out. And I want to let folks know that KPBS actually has 10 questions to inspire visual storytellers for the One Day in San Diego project. You can find them on our website, kpbs.org/One Day in San Diego.